Hey everybody, it's Michael. I just wanted to make a quick video talking about the fact that E3 no longer exists. Honestly, I thought that it already didn't, but the ESA just released an announcement saying that it's for real gone this time, which is interesting. So I just wanted to make a short video talking about that. Let me read the announcement real quick. So E3 had tweeted out yesterday on the 12th that after more than 2 decades of E3, each one bigger than the last, questionable since during COVID, it did get smaller. The time has come to say goodbye. Thanks for the memories. And that's it. That's all they had to say. And I just thought that'd be interesting to talk about that they are no longer here. I don't really have that much of a personal connection to E3 just because I was never old enough or in a financial place to be able to go to California and visit the expo, but it was a big thing. It was a thing that a lot of people went to, a lot of developers, a lot of fans, the press, everybody was involved in E3. It kind of seemed like this sort of huge gathering of all walks of life in that space. So it is a loss that it's gone, as far as I can tell. Yeah, and it kind of sucks. Obviously, E3 sort of seems like it's been declining since COVID. Obviously, COVID affected a lot of conventions and other things like that. So it was bound to happen that it would affect E3 too. But it does suck that it caused, at least in some small way, this decline. But more than that, also more than COVID, I think E3 has been in decline for a while. I found an interesting tweet from Jason Schreier, who is a journalist in the gaming space I respect, who in 2019 he had tweeted that E3 this year seems less crowded than it's ever been, which is great for attendees, but probably not so great for E3. And he had just sort of talked about that tweet recently and tweeted out, in the wake of today's news that E3 is permanently dead, a lot of folks will blame COVID, but it's worth noting that the show was dying long before that. So it seems like COVID had an effect, but not enough maybe to kill E3. It kind of seems like E3 had not been evolving with the times for a while, which is sad, but the honest truth, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm just kind of curious what people think now with it gone, with this sort of hub for that, the gaming space gone, what will take its place? Because there's things like Gamescom and there's the GDC convention and all these other things, but none of them really capture what E3 was, as far as I'm aware. You know, obviously I've never been there, so I don't have that firsthand experience. But it seems like these events cater to either developers or gamers or just one niche of this larger community, and there's nothing that really takes it all and holds it all together in this long convention where there's a ton of announcements and a ton of different events and stuff. And it'll be interesting to see if we get something like that again, if Gamescom or GDC will grow throughout the years even more to sort of absorb the space that E3 used to have, and if that's even something that we need. I don't know if that's something that's necessarily required. It's interesting to think about, though. And there's also things like the Game Awards obviously happened recently, and they kind of do a bunch of announcements now and stuff like that, but it's obviously not a convention. It's just an award ceremony, so they don't really envelop that space either. Yeah, and I don't know if there's anything that will take up that space or if it's really anything that's needed, but a loss nonetheless. You know, you hear all these amazing stories of E3 and horror stories too, but those can be fun to look back on at least. And it's kind of sad. Just something I wanted to talk about real quick. Yeah, thanks for watching the short little video. I'll be back with another video in a week or so. And yeah, if you liked this, please leave a like or subscribe if you want. I've been Michael. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.